Number one, only go on dates that you are comfortable with. For example, places you go anyway, she's a +1. So, fellas, I've been doing this for a long time, right? A very long time. I've been in every possible situation you could think of, good, bad, ugly, on purpose, because I want to learn every aspect of dating, what it really means. But you gotta understand, what is dating? Dating is nothing more than you and a woman conversating to see where you end up mentally, physically, and spiritually to either come together or stay apart. Now, dating in the old days meant you're dating for marriage, which was definitely the goal here. But getting married nowadays, fellas, is not a good thing. I would argue that's kind of like stupid, as most men in America would say, because what are you marrying? What you saw before in the video, and she might just diss you and say, hey, he's hotter, he's more fun, I'm gonna go over there. You lose half your money for what? A skank? Bro, nigga. Forget that shit, bro. That's just terrible. But this is where I say, fellas, go where you want to go. Now, this is what I do all the time, right? I'll set up a date, and let's say I get invited to go to a basketball game. I say, hey, it's me and a girl. Can we pull up? Boom. We're invited. Boom, boom, boom. And she's coming out as a +1. Now, she may say to me, well, you know what? I want to go to Roof Chris or Benihana's or Nobu. I'm like, well, I'm going here, so have fun. And that right there just sets the frame. I'm controlling my situation, what I want to do, and I'm going where I want to go regardless. So let's say the date just flops. You know what I'm saying? Like, she doesn't pass the FaceTime test. She doesn't do well on the date. She's not really feeling me. Well, guess what I just did? I went to where I wanted to go anyway. So if it doesn't work out, cool. And guess what? It is a free event that I got invited to for the most part. And here's the best part. It's my interaction, my frame. So now I'm in control, because if it doesn't work out, fellas, I'm good to go. I still had fun, and she can go home, whatever. I'll call it back up. And fellas, this is where you have to have options, because if you focus on one girl at one time, I get it. That's what you want to do. That's the honorable thing to do. But nowadays, fellas, they got 5 guys in the chamber. You just got lucky that night, and she said yes to you. For the most part. Now, if you're a top level guy, you get more options, of course. But for the average American that's dating these, man, dude is cooked. So I would just say this, bro. Go to where you want to go. That's the goal. And if they come to your environment, to your world, good for them. If not, they can stay over there, like I was saying on the show, and get lost. But again, this is the control here, fellas. You're in control. If you let her control the frame, who's leading who? So, fellas, if you're going on a date with somebody, one of your choice, make sure you're going to where you want to go. And that's going to give you a lot of power, because now you can control the spending, the environment, what you listen to, and daytime and nighttime. Because each setting has a different cost, price tag on it. And I would argue daytime is way better, which is number 2, fellas, on the list for this is going to be doing activities during the daytime are cheaper than nighttime activities. Now, people arguing and said to me, Fresh, you know what, brother? I think doing daytime activities is too much of a girlfriend experience. Now, I could argue and say, yes, you're correct. But think about this. If you focus on having fun for yourself, right? What do you do during the day? I like to have fun during the day because 1, I'm more awake. 2, I don't buy drinks. So guess what? Now I'm not spending money on alcohol. It's a fun activity. I get to know her better on a personal level. And I'm doing what I want to do anyway. So for example, I like Dave & Buster's. That's my shit to go to. And look, you may say, Fresh, this is not like a friends meeting. What are you doing? Well, fellas, I'm escalating during that date slowly but surely. I'm actually going to escalate this physically during that process. Now, if you're just playing games and not doing any interaction with physical attention, then yeah, it may lead to a friendship pull. But here's my point. I'm choosing the frame, where I want to go, what I want to do. And in the daytime, it is cheaper for me to see if she's about me versus nighttime where she's drunk. And it's just like an experience, because guess what? You don't know the actual facts. And she may say, well, I have work in the morning, buddy. Deuces. So daytime, I can see more, and it's cheaper for my wallet, and as well as what I want to do. So I would argue, if you want to go on dates, fellas, I'm sure you've been told, go to the bar, get some drinks, it works as well. But if you want to save money in this tough economy, you can focus on getting a simple lunch, a simple fun day at Dave & Buster's. Or, you know what's funny about dating, fellas, that I realize as well? If a girl's on a date with you, for the most part, you got her, because she could be anywhere in the world. She could be any guy, any celebrity, any athlete, any paying person, because you know, guys, nowadays people pay for dates. Yeah, surprise, they're paying for girls to go on dinner dates, paying for them to go on yachts, they're paying for them to go on experiences, because quite frankly, they're fucking losers. But that means if she chose them over you, you got a chance. But again, this is her entering your frame, your environment, and look at it in the bright side. If you give her the FaceTime text we say all the time, before you go on a date, FaceTime call, 10, 15 minutes, feel her out, see where she's at, and then, you know, obviously you plan the day, of course, before that, invite her out. She's probably going to be in your favor for the most part. Now, this is very important, because you got to escalate this date in a certain way. You can't sit there and be friends and be like, oh, good to see you, hi. You got to be like engaging where she feels special, wink, wink, special enough to say, okay, this guy likes me, he's into me. And it's funny, I was in a DR recently, and on the double date, the girl spoke about how she chooses her man that she goes out with, right? One of the girls. And she mentioned that guys will go on dates with her from America, but they're too nice. They don't escalate physically. She knows that they like her, but they don't show it in real time. So they're like on a date with the girl, and they're buying her dinner, they're taking her out, but there's no real actual physical play happening until the very end, and it's too late because at that point she's like, does he really like me? I can't really tell. Is he gay? You just never know what she's thinking in her head. But for the most part, if you don't escalate physically, she won't know either. So to be safe, you want to escalate slowly but surely every time you can. Now, this is what I like to call the fresh effect. It's slow, effective, and pug-like. Hey, here's how it goes. You start the date slow and easy. Now you walk her hand across the street. So by this I mean, let's say you're walking across the street, right, to a restaurant, to like a bar. You want to hold her hand and see her reaction. Now, she moves her hand and says, oh, I'm good. That's one count, and we're going to do 3 counts, and you're out. So you know 3 strikes and you're out? We play that game with the girls on dates, right? So that's 1 strike because she said, lift up my hand, nigga. Okay. Oh.
Nope.
She said nope. Cool. That's fine. But for the most part, she came on a date with you, FaceTime call, talked a little bit, she'll hold your hand. There should be some interest there for the most part. Now, moving forward, you're in the restaurant, right? I know you've been told, fellas, sit across from her, interview style, and talk to her. Now, I don't do that because, quite frankly, I think it's kind of dumb. So what I do is I'll sit on the same side as her. I focus on talking to her while I'm touching her, appropriately, by the way. So this is going to be me being very transparent. I'll actually go ahead and obviously talk to her side by side. So I'm sitting here, she's sitting here. We're talking, how's her day, how's her life, what's going on with her. And I'm like this, my hands right like this on her thigh, couple seconds, take it off. Talk some more, flirt some more, of course, spit some more game, back on the thigh. And I'm slowly escalating it because I want to see how far we can go, how much she likes this in real time. And you'd be surprised, fellas. You can save yourself dinner dates, full night out, and see where she really at. Because guys, you gotta understand this, fellas. She may like you, but she doesn't know really where to gauge you yet. She's gonna test you out, and girls know from the very jump the fuck you or not, bro. They know, bro. It's like, oh, this guy's kind of weird. Fuck no. I'll get some dinner on the side or some drinks, and then go home and fuck who I want to fuck. Or, damn, he's cool. He's not too thirsty. He's chill. He's slowly escalating this in a cool, suave way. I like this guy, and that's where you want to be. You don't want to be the guy that's just, oh my god, grab her thigh. Like, you want to be chill, relax. And remember, if it's your frame, your environment, you're comfortable. You may know the bartender, you may know the server, the owner. Hey, Phil, can we get a check over here? Can we get the menu over here? Whatever it is, you got people coming to you like, oh, good to see you again. Welcome back. That shows DHV off rip. Just you being cool with the owner, being cool with the staff. That shows a lot of DHV. So that cool environment, comfortable, you're touching slowly but surely and escalating slowly but surely, you win that engagement 100%. Now, let's say she says to you, oh, why are you so touchy? This is very simple, fellas. It's not rocket science. You could be like, listen, I'm not gonna lie, you're really hot. No, you can say this. This is very simple. You could be like, listen, I can't help it. You're beautiful. I just want to touch you. Boom. Simple and to the point. And she can say to you, okay, cool. I respect that. Or she'd be like, okay. And again, fellas, this is 3 strikes and then you're out. If that happens 3 times, you know what time it is, bro. Just chill, back off, and okay, this is not for me. I gotta move on. But I guarantee, fellas, if you do a step-by-step process, you focus on, like I said before, FaceTime call, seeing interest, playing it cool, you can win this very easily because, again, she's going to show you step by step where she's at. So, fellas, I would argue, again, the daytime activities are better because you can feel her out for sure. And, of course, it's cheaper and less stress on you as that date goes on. All right, guys, number 3. This one's very good. Have your date cook for you at the house. So, most people forget that this is a very simple and effective strategy because, again, dinner is always an option. You focus on going out on dates and you spend a lot of money on dinner. Of course, I did that for a while as well. And it worked, of course, but as I was getting more health habits and getting healthier, eating out all the time is not good. Actually, I would argue it's bad for you and a waste of money. So what you could do is plan a home date that's still fun. And this is what I'll do. It's really into you and you went through the steps, like I said before, FaceTime call, checking her interest, obviously showing DHV. She's down to come to your house and cook. Now, is it always gonna be that way? No, of course. That doesn't happen every single time because she doesn't know you. You might be a weirdo. You might be a stranger. She don't know. And of course, that has to be broken down in a better setting. Sometimes you need to go out in public and then come out to the crib later if you can. But nonetheless, you can start this very simple. You're gonna plan a date, either close by maybe like a park, go for a walk, or maybe like by, I don't know, a lounge, just super chill. You may get a drink or two, or some hookah if you do hookah, and then say, you know what, listen, ask her this in real time experience, like before you even go on a date, can you cook, right? You can plan that date, go to the first spot first, let's say hookah spot or chill spot, long spot, and then go to the grocery store, buy some groceries that she needs to cook. She cooks at home. I know it sounds kind of crazy, but this happens a lot, guys, because again, if she's into you, this is not a problem because again, she's going to follow your frame and what you want to do. Versus she says to you, oh, I don't want to cook on the first date. Nigga, what the fuck?
Nope.
right, you know where she's at. She don't like it that much, nigga. It's simple. But again, I think this is good because it shows interest, 1, and 2, she can cook. 10 points because most women can't cook nowadays. They don't give a fuck. So there you go. Number 4, keep the date in your frame at all times. Fellas, this happens a lot where I've seen people, especially in our group, Council Club, they'll go on a date with girls and they can't close. And it's because they started a date on their frame, doing well. Then she may dance on them. She may touch them. She may even play the part and make them fall in love in that instance, right? And she'll be like, hey, let's go over here. Or like, well, you know, this is fun, but what about this? And it's okay to take this into consideration for another date. But nigga, on the first date, this is your time to shine as a guy. Because if you guys didn't know this, every girl you meet, fellas, is dating somebody in the current moment. Whether it's an ex-boyfriend, the current boyfriend, which you don't know about, or the guy is just fucking her because it's good. And you have to actually outcompete everyone in that category to smash. Which sounds weird, but fellas, it is fuck, bro. Like, this is like dating 101. You are not alone, bro. This is not like, oh, she just met you and like you're the only one. No, fellas, this is like gotcha, bitch. You're number 4 or 5 on the list. The rest of them niggas don't want to step up to the plate, and you know what I'm saying? No pun intended here. And the worst part is that like you'll never know until after the fact. So keep in mind, fellas, this is competition at its finest, and yeah, man, you gotta show out to get this. But be cost effective. Don't be crazy, because remember, investing in these hoes, bro, or girls like that we just saw in the last video is a waste of time. So a dinner date for $500 to smash that, it's gonna cheat on you. Bro, what are we doing, bro? Like, nigga, what are we doing? No. That is terrible. like, imagine that's your girlfriend that just said to M. Matthews, oh, yeah. Like, what are we doing here? Like, that's great. That's somebody's girlfriend. Like, dead ass. So that's like, yeah, exactly. So, fellas, that should never be you. Number 5, which is the most important one, I think, that every guy should experience, is travel abroad to places that you've never been to before, like DR, Colombia. Now, do I mean to stay there and live there? No. But what I'm saying is that like you need to experience women on a different playing field, because in America, fellas, they are definitely cooked. Now, Colombia is very, I want to saturated as well, especially Medellin. So not the best option, but there's Bogota, there's Cartagena, there's Barranquilla. There's a bunch of small islands you can go to that are more, I want to say, untapped. But here's the issue. If you focus on only America, it causes you to be very tainted and very like stuck in a box. And listen, I was in DR, man. That was an amazing experience. I was shocked because I could not believe how cheap it was, how much fun it was. And someone would say, oh, fresh, pay for bucks. No, nigga, I pay for food for all of us. And that was it. It wasn't like, oh my God, like we're gonna go to this lounge and then this dinner spot and then the club. It's like, nah, we just had a good vibe, went to a lounge that was free, got some food, we got some drinks, and that was it. And the bill is $60. Yo, nigga, what? Yeah. Bro, that was it. $60. And the funny part is that like, yes, there are zombies over there. What are zombies? You can figure what they are. But you don't talk to zombies. You will pass the zombies and find diamonds in the rough. But I tell you this, Bill, they're 10,000 times better than women in the West that are actually tainted, because again, this is where you got to focus on cost effectiveness. That actual date is worth way more because it's genuine, 1, and 2, guess what, fellas? It's super cheap for this, and you're gonna pay top dollar for this. We saw in the last video. That's terrible, bro. Like, dude, imagine that is your wife. You're cooked, bro. You're cooked. Versus abroad, hey, listen, you can say what you want about going abroad and passport bros and whatever. They are gonna have less bills, less stress, and more fun. If it goes to get married, especially if you guys, sorry to say this to you, but like America's not a place because the laws are not in your favor, women are not in your favor, and if you do get married to a woman in America, she may love you at the very beginning, but a grandma once said, the woman you marry is not the same woman that you divorce, because fellas, this is gonna be your life right here, and who chooses to marry is gonna determine if you live or die, because that's gonna be your wife and financial advisor. Because fellas, if she says to you, we're done, nigga, what you gonna do about that? She gonna say, gotcha, bitch. She gonna find herself some money. The next guy will move on. So listen, fellas, that's been the 5 things you can do to save money and be smart on dates. I'll tell you this, fellas, I'm gonna go to DR way more. I'm gonna hug and be there this week again, because again, fellas, I am actually impressed with DR.
We going to DR. We going to DR.
I'm at my house in DR. I'm dead ass serious, bro. Like, this shit is like,
we serious.
Life changing, bro, because
we serious.
You know, I've been around the world, bro. I've been around Miami for a while. Been in New York, been in LA, been in Vegas. Yo, DR's is shit, bro. Nigga, DR's is shit, bro. Like,
yes,
dude, it was so much fun, bro. I didn't want to leave. I told Myron, I'm staying over here, bro. Sorry. Staying. But no, I love you guys, man. I'm back here for a show.
Sensational.
But this week, we got no more shows this week, bro. So we're good. We're cooking right now, bro.
We gonna be in DR.
We gonna be in DR.
Triple date.
Mo, Bills. Yo, we should do Aero stream in DR, bro. Aero stream in DR.
Service.
Oh, yeah, it's bad.
Yeah, you might think about that.
Oh my
We
God.
can do a video, Castle Club.
Yeah,
There you go. Because we can't show everything on YouTube or, you know what I'm saying? So we can do it on Castle Club for niggas behind the scenes. What y'all think? Put in the chat.
Hell yeah.